Hello and welcome back to the Rosie Papeterie YouTube channel. Today we will be setting up our monthly insert for the month of July in the new disc-bound planner that we just put together in our last video. Now, if you have not seen that video, I will link it in the description box below for you guys. So let's get started with some planning. As always, everything that you see in this video can be found on our website. So let's flip over to the calendar section. Here is where you will find the monthly insert. So the monthly insert that I have decided to add to my setup is the undated month on one page. So just to give you a closer look of the layout, we have a line at the top where you can add the month. We have squares that are undated, so you can write down the days of the month. We have a section for important dates, and we have a place for your running monthly to-do list. And then as you can see, I do have some sticky notes that I've laid out on this page as well. I do like to use sticky notes when I'm pre-planning. This one over here is the memo sticky note, which I've added to the front cover. I've also used our transparent square sticky notes as well. This one over here is in the anthracite color, which is on the lighter side. And then I also decided to contrast that with this color. It's in the ardoise, which is a darker shade. And then the pen that I'll be using is this very beautiful, very classy, very sleek looking pen. It's the Uniball 1F in the black barrel with the black ink. It's a fine, fine tip pen at 0.38 millimeters as well. Okay, so now we can start filling out the insert. So I'm just going to take off this sticky note where I have some important events or appointments that are coming up in the month of July. Now, because the insert is undated, you can definitely fill out the month at the top or the days of the month with using a pen if you like. I'm actually not going to do that. I'm going to use some stickers. I think it just looks a lot cleaner for me. So these are the medium monthly script stickers. And then I'm also going to be using, to fill in the squares, I'm going to be using these stickers, which are the square date stickers. Now, as you can see, the monthly script stickers are transparent, so I'm just going to add that here at the top. And then I'm going to add the date stickers to the top right-hand corner of each square since they are a perfect fit. All right, so all the stickers are laid out. As you can see, it looks very clean. Now we can move on to the next part, and that is to highlight some of the important dates or events happening in July in the calendar section. So as you guys remember, I did write down some of the appointments on the memo sticky note. I also wrote my husband's days off on this transparent square sticky note, so I'm just going to take that off. So what I want to do using this memo sticky note is to actually implement a color coding system or a key where I can write down any events pertaining to myself, my husband, or the kids. And that way, when I take a look at my calendar, I can easily, identify what appointment belongs to who. So we're going to start off with myself, and then I'm going to write down kids, and last but not least, Naz, which is my husband. Okay, so now that I have my key, what I'll need to do is grab 3 different colored stickers. So I just have them in the front pocket over here. I have the ardoise, lin, and the feutre color. So I think what I'm going to do is choose the feutre color for myself. They're all very beautiful, and I do like to choose colors that, are very cohesive with each other as well. So I'm going to add that over here. And then I think for the kids, I'm going to go with this color over here, which is the ardoise. It's a little bit darker, and I think, that way when they have days off from school or something, it can easily grab my attention. And then last but not least, the lin color for my husband to mark off, the days that he has no work. Okay, so that is my key. Now, just a little tip and what I like to do is to ensure that you're choosing colors that are not very similar. Otherwise, when you take a look at your calendar, you're not going to be able to distinguish between the different colors. So let's stick that over here. And then that way I have that to reference every time I take a look at my monthly calendar. So now that I have my colors ready to go, I can take a look at the days that my husband has off. So remember, I just wrote them down on this transparent sticky notes. So he has July 1st, the 3rd, and the 7th off. So we can take a look at the lin color, which we chose for him. And then I will just add that dot sticker to those specific dates. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to place the dot sticker on top of the squared sticker corresponding to that date that he has a day off. So basically it's going to look like this. And then I will continue doing that for the remainder of the days off. So now that that's done, I can move on to the important dates or appointments. So my son has his birthday on July 23rd. So kids' color is the ardoise. So I'm just going to do the same thing. Put that on July 23rd. So that's good to go. And then if I take a look at the sticky note, my son has an appointment on July 8th to see the optometrist. So again, same thing. Let's add that to July the 8th. And then on July 27th, he has an appointment with the pediatrician. And then last but not least, I have an appointment. So my color again is the ardoise. I have an appointment on July 19th for CBT. So let's put that there. And then that pretty much takes care of the dot stickers. So that's how my calendar is looking when it's all ready to go. So now we can start writing the important dates in the bottom. Now, when writing out the important dates, I do like to list them in chronological order. So starting off with the first date. So in this case, it would be on July 8th, which is the appointment with the optometrist. Now, what I like to do when listing out the appointments is I do also like to leave a little bit of a gap. And the reason why I like to do that is because, sometimes something comes up and that way you're not having to write it down at the bottom. So again, I've left a little bit of a space over here. So the next appointment would be on July 19th at 2:30 p.m. and that is for CBT. And that's for myself. So in brackets, I'll just put an R. And then the next appointment is my son's birthday, or the next event, I should say. And that's on July 23rd. He's turning 13, you guys. Can you believe it? I am going to have a teenager. So I'm just going to take this page out so it's a lot easier to write on the paper. But as you can see, the pages are very easy to take out. And then last but not least is my son's pediatrician appointment on July 27 at 3:30 p.m. And that pretty much takes care of the appointments. So we can move on to the next section, which is the running to-do list. So I'll just take this off. And then we can start basically just copying and pasting that information in the to-do section. Now, I'm just going to add to the list that I had as well, because I do like to schedule monthly massages, getting eyebrows done, and also getting my nails done as well. I think it's very important to ensure that we are including self-care in our monthly to-do list. So that takes care of the appointments and the to-do list for the month as well. Of course, I can always add to that list as needed. And that's it. That is my monthly spread for the month of July. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video and found some inspiration in helping you to get organized. So that's it for me. I'll see you in the next one.